a typical college student, I don't have a lot of money and I don't have a lot of time to worry about money, and sometimes I don't have a lot of time to make dinner. And I've always worried about trying to keep up with my schoolwork, trying to keep up with keeping my house clean, spending time with my family, trying to keep up with being the kids pastors at our church and doing all the things that we have to with the church. And sometimes it's just very difficult to go and have a homemade meal. And sometimes, quite frankly, I just don't have the money to make a good homemade meal. So I am very much living proof of that saying when they say that sometimes college students are going to live off cereal and ramen noodles. I definitely have done that before. So with that being the case, I thought maybe it would be appropriate to talk about how to make a bowl of cereal. Now, I know there's a lot of people that probably already know how to do this, but there also might be several that may not have ever had cereal before. Step one is to pick the perfect bowl that matches what you're going to eat. For me, just a regular small to medium-sized bowl is appropriate. But for some of the college guys out there that eat a lot, they might would like a cleaned out used butter bowl. You can put a lot of cereal in here, probably more than what you need, but as a college guy, I've seen some of you put away a lot. So this might be what you need. But for me and for the demonstration today, I'm just going to use a small to medium-sized bowl. Next, you need to find the perfect spoon that fits you. You don't want one so big that you can't put it in your mouth, but you don't want one so little that you don't have enough of a bite to satisfy your taste buds. So also a medium-sized spoon is appropriate for me. Next step is to pick your favorite cereal. Now that can depend on just what you like. If you like chocolate, it might be Cocoa Pebbles. If you like bran, it might be Raisin Bran or Wheaties, or you might like something fruity. My favorite is Cheerios. It is good for your heart and it's good for your taste buds. And every time that I eat Cheerios, I feel like I'm making a heart-healthy decision. And sometimes Cheerios is on clearance, and that makes it my favorite also, because sometimes I don't have money for something fancy like Cocoa Pebbles. So anyways, Cheerios is what I eat. Now the next step is to pour the cereal into your bowl. You don't want to have too much cereal, but you don't want to have so much that you're wanting to make you a second bowl. So you need to pour it slowly. You don't want to pour it so fast that you get more than you want, or too slow that you're starving to death watching yourself pour it. So you pour the cereal, and as you pour the cereal, you might want to fill it about 3/4 of the way full. So you fill it up about that much. The next step is to pour your milk. Now when you get your milk, you don't want it to be expired. You want to make sure that your milk is doing good. Milk is something that expires a lot, and I don't think the grocery store people are very good at keeping it out like they should. That's just my opinion. So you want to check and make sure that your milk is good. Now the next step is you want to pour it in there until the cereal starts to rise. You want to make sure that there's no cereal at the bottom and that the milk makes its way all the way through the cereal. When you pour it, you don't want to pour it too way up high because then it'll splash out and make a mess everywhere. So you want to pour it low enough that you don't make a mess, like I just did, but that you get enough in there to raise your cereal up good. Now if you're eating Cheerios, like I am, or some other kind of cereals like Raisin Bran that may not have a lot of sweetening sugar in it, you might want to add some sugar. Now it's a lot easier if you get your sugar out of a sugar bowl instead of out of a bag of sugar, like I have here. And then you get a spoon, and for Cheerios I usually add 1 to 2 level spoons of sugar. Today I'm going to put 2. Definitely in the mood for some sugar. And you add it on there. And then you put the sugar bowl away. Make sure you put the lid on there. It keeps bugs and ants and things of that sort out. The next step is to mix up your cereal and your milk. It's really easy with cereal to take a bite of it and have it be hard and crunchy. And I like my cereal to be kind of soft. And when you get the bowls of cereal, usually it's dry, so it's not very soft anyways. But if you mix it in the milk appropriately, it'll get it good. You want a good milk to cereal ratio anyhow. And it also mixes up the sugar so you don't have clumps of it in certain bites. Now the next step is to eat and enjoy your meal. So you take a bite and you eat it. And once you've completed it, with the bowl of cereal there's always milk. And milk is something that is good and healthy and delicious for you. And a lot of people just waste it and pour it down the sink. But when I'm done, now I can't completely demonstrate this because there's still cereal in my bowl. But you can just lift up the bowl, put a smile on your face, and drink that milk down. When you're done, you got to be sure to put your cereal back in the cupboard, and the milk back in the sink, and all your dishes back. The milk back in the fridge, and all your dishes back in the sink. Now that you know how to make a bowl of cereal, this isn't just something that can keep you full and ready for breakfast and getting yourself up ready for school, though it is the quickest next to a Pop-Tart if you're in a hurry trying to get out that door. But if not, it also makes for a wonderful and great dinner when you just don't have much to do and you don't have the money to make something fancy. And I can almost guarantee you that if you've got friends or family over, everybody loves a nice bowl of cereal. Thank you very much.